This time on Makers and Shakers, we got What's Up Picciuto, the top 5 video countdown, tool of the week, relationship advice, and more. Check it. Welcome, my friends, to episode number 12 of Makers and Shakers, a show that highlights people shaking it up in the world of woodworking, art, metal, craft, and building. It's early in the morning, so I'm just drinking regular old coffee today. Kickapoo, Ethiopian light roast. Light roast is the only way to go. Anything other than light roast, you're just drinking crap. So, what's up, Picciuto? Yesterday, I put out the Endless Soap Dispenser. This thing is really cool. It was kind of a last-second project. I saw this idea on Pinterest and thought, give it a shot. One of the problems that I'm having with it is overnight, the soap falls back down into the soap container, and you have to prime it like 20 times before soap comes back out. And a couple people have left comments on the video saying you either need to put a check valve on there, which keeps the fluid from, it's like a one-way street. It keeps the fluid going this way, but prevents it from going back down, or doing some sort of thing called the double loop. I still have to educate myself on what the double loop is, but it looks like it's a pretty easy fix. Gotten a really good response on the video so far. So if you haven't seen the Endless Soap Dispenser, check that out. It is time for this week's top 5 videos. First video is how to build a large cabinet by Eric Greaves. I was surprised to learn that this channel only has 56 subs because Eric has such a great on-camera personality. Just a beautiful cabinet that anybody can build with a few tools. Check this out.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eric. Thank you so much for checking this video out. I don't have a big enough vehicle to take home a full sheet of 4x8 plywood, so I usually have them cut it down. So what I did was just measure where I needed. These are for the actual dividers that are going into the shelves, which you will see. Actually, it was a really easy process, and I love the way it came out. I love the clean white lines and then the pallet wood accent.
Next up, we have how to make kitchen utensils by Paoson Woodworking. What I like mostly about this video is he's using mostly shop-made machines, especially the inverted jigsaw. I also really like the look of the scallop chisel marks. Check it.
I've drawn the contour on the computer to print out a template that will make the process easier. With the inverted jigsaw, I cut along the template's contour and finish with the sanding disc.
Next up, we have the laser engraved Bespoke wine rack by the Island Woodshop. This thing is huge and beefy. It's also personalized with laser engraving, which I'm a big fan of. Take a look. The fourth video I have for you is designing and building a record player cabinet by 4 Eyes Woodworking. Love, love, love the design and angles in this record cabinet. Chris's channel is full of beautiful designs, and he also has a great podcast called the Modern Maker Podcast. So check this out.
The main thing that I was hung up on were the angled dados and getting everything to line up just right by the time the piece would be assembled. So all of the cuts you see me making are with the blade set to 37.5 degrees. Half are made with the workpiece vertical. After the exterior was dry enough, I moved on to the 2 center partitions. Next, I took the stretchers over to the table saw and cleaned up their ends and put a 15-degree bevel on. Approach them from different angles and think outside of the parallelogram.
And my favorite video of the week is the Mega DiResta Ice Pick by Make Build Modify. Are you guys familiar with the ice pick that Jimmy DiResta uses, makes, and sells? Make Build Modify built a giant version of this, and it's totally insane. This is so cool. If you want to get on the show, you have to make sure that I am subscribed to your channel. Use the hashtag #CheckMeOut in the comments down below. Please do not email me your channel or video. That will result in an instant ban. And do not post a link to your channel or video in the comments down below. You have to use the hashtag #CheckMeOut. You have to follow the rules, people. What are we without rules? We're just animals. We're just animals. The trick to getting your videos watched is have a great project, and it's all about the thumbnail. Great thumbnails means more views. All right, it is time for the Amazon tool of the week. Every week I show you a tool that I personally use and provide you an Amazon link to that tool. Purchasing anything on Amazon through the provided link helps support this show, and this week's tool is the Stanley FatMax 6-foot tape measure. I have probably 7 or 8 of these things around the shop. I keep them on all the tools. I love these things. I also have a little belt clip that I have for my belt that I hang this on, and so it's always with me. They're super cheap, and I don't need anything bigger than the 6 foot, so they're great if you want to keep it in your pocket or whatever. You know, in woodworking, all you need is a 6-foot tape measure. We're not building houses here, so you don't need the big honky ones. That is my favorite tape measure. Last week, I asked you to submit questions for relationship advice. Here we go. How do you feel about date night as a way of keeping things romantic in a marriage? So the trick is you have to make it about you. Go to a restaurant where you want to eat, go see a movie that you want to see, and when you get home, make sure, if you don't use it, do you lose it? It's like making hand-cut dovetails. If you make hand-cut dovetails once a week, then you're going to become really good at it. If you make hand-cut dovetails once a year, there's a really good chance you're going to screw it up and the project is going to end a lot sooner than you expect. Any tips for getting large shop purchases approved by the wife? Need a table saw. So here's what you got to do. Start off the conversation like this. Honey, I bought a table saw. Hey David, why do my underwear keeps... Nope. How do I convince my significant other I need more clamps? Here's what you gotta do. How do you expect me to mow the lawn when I don't have enough clamps? How do you expect me to do the dishes when I don't have enough clamps? How do you expect me to get the car fixed when I don't have enough clamps? How do you expect me to pick up after myself when I don't have enough clamps? Honey, I need more clamps. My wife is always telling me to go work in the shop. What should I do? Well, I would go work in the shop more if I had more tools. I think my wife says I spend too much time in the shop. I couldn't really hear her over the table saw. It sounds like you need hearing protection. All right, so next week's question is, what is the perfect gift to make for your significant other? Use the hashtag perfect gift down below in the comments so I can find you. All right, folks, this is my second channel. Over on my main channel, we do project videos. If you're not subscribed to my main channel, then you shouldn't even be here. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And if that isn't enough, I also do a weekly podcast with DiResta and Bob Claggett called Making It. So check that out. I'm doing a meetup Saturday, June 3rd here in Toledo, Ohio at my favorite hardwood dealer, and that is KenCraft Hardwoods. We'll just be hanging out from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So come check me out, say hello. There's gonna be door prizes and giveaways and all kinds of cool stuff. If you're in the Toledo area, let's hang out. I'll have some signed books ready to sell. That is it, folks. As always, be safe, stay passionate, have fun, and make something. Chuck, that's a wrap.